Yes, and we are live. Nice. And yeah, as you can see, we'll be following robotic lawnmower today. And this is also something what I wanted to do, to have questions and answers. I've had this now for since 21, and this is now basically fourth summer. And yeah, or answer what I know. And yeah, this model is Husqvarna 415X. Yeah, so there are guide wires installed, not visible anymore. They are in few centimeter deep, few inches deep in the ground, and it's quite there, quite close, like for this area where the tarmac is. And in the settings, you can set how much there will be overlap, little over it, so that there won't be left any like a small area without cutting. So usually it takes a little bit fine tuning in the beginning when you start to see how cutting again, then yeah, you might need to adjust the settings from the mower's app. And in some rare cases you might even need to have fine tuning on the guide wire as well. And yeah, basically all this area, there is a around where the rocks is, and there's some flower beds, but yeah, it will be just quite close. There will be there is that guide wire, and in some areas like these you don't want it to go all the way, but it's it's about how the actual guide wire is installed in that kind of areas. And yeah, can say also about the mower now, as we are looking how it goes. Yeah, so basically there is just showing this one, those big grippy wheels on the back, but there is small wheels hidden underneath the front, and in the middle part there is this spinning disc with three quite small blades actually, and that do the cutting. And now we can see it goes little overlap with the where the guide wire is, and then stops and changes direction. And about how it goes through the yard, it's at first especially it looks that it doesn't make any sense. It goes zigzag around your lawn, but that actually is the point, that it doesn't go always in the same line and cutting the grass from same direction and leaving tire marks as well, and like you would normally do with your regular lawnmower manually. But here the software controls basically that it goes all the areas in, let's say, in 2 days. It depends on the size of your lawn, but in my case it basically takes 2 days, and then the lawn is like really steady. It's being cutted everywhere, and there is basically no signs of where the lawnmower hasn't been, or there would be something that there's clear marks that there it goes always. And yeah, so it's nicely done like that. And yeah, now that also about the design, there is this red button. Basically it's the stop button. Whenever you stop and press it, it will stop, and the blades will stop spinning as well. And other safety features there is this front bumper there. If it hits something, it instantly stops. And also if someone is lifting it, it will stop the blades immediately. But yeah, there is a recommendation also that not to have small children or pets in your lawn when the lawnmower is mowing. Yeah, and also good to mention that it's basically silent. There is just a small, really small swirling sound coming from the plates that are underneath the body, and but there's also this uh, lamp here, and around it there is guide wires basically coming from the that area surrounding it, going back, so it knows not to hit the lamppost. And same story here, not hitting it. In the beginning, actually, it did hit, so there was need for small modification in the installation of the guide wires there in the ground. But yeah, now it's doing it nicely. And yeah, I'll just show when it goes now there that we are actually really now close to the home home basically. So this is the charging station. I'll have it here underneath this area, and it there's no reason why it couldn't be just there, right next to the wall, but there was nice space for it, so it's there nicely in even if rains or anything, it is protected and from the sunlight as well. And in Husqvarna, you will notice that when there is a green light, you will know that all the cable loop is intact. There's no broken wires, and yeah, then there also the guide wire goes that way, and here also coming from another one that way. And yeah, that's the location where it goes to do its charging. And currently the battery in this 415X it lasts about 40-45 minutes about. We'll need to go to charging. I estimate it pretty much the same, 50 charging and mowing, and that's how it will do all day long, or how you have scheduled to do. And um, it's good practice to have a schedule on your mower, not to not to let it run 24/7, and especially not to let it run in nighttime, as in nighttime the animals are more on the run and can be on your lawn, and even though there is a quite sensitive bumper that will stop in an impact, there is still risk that some animals like hedgehog could be one that they are not like rabbits. Rabbits will just run, but like hedgehog, it could just freeze on the ground. And this, if it's a small one, there's not much space underneath, so quite small possibility actually to have any incident, but there is it's possible. And so it's good practice to stay in the charging station overnight, and then in the morning time, whenever like 8 9 or is good time to let it start. I actually have it around 10, and just that the lawn size is okay. It doesn't need to run like try to maximize the running time over the day, but also that sometimes there is, it depends on the day, and there is some moisture also in the yard after the night, then at 10, yeah, everything is really dry, and it's better for the mower to go. And yeah, also about sometimes there are questions that how well it should be if there's raining, should you be concerned? And depending on the model, I would say mostly there's no reason uh, to take it away because of raining or something. And with Husqvarna, this model is, yeah, it's water resistant. Basically, if there's small drops of rain, I won't do nothing. I'll just let it do mowing. If it starts raining heavily, then I will just use the app and command it to charging station until further notice. But otherwise, there's no really issues with it. And yeah, just reminding there's new people coming up, and so if you have any questions, if you have been thinking anything about robotic lawnmowers, now is good time to write down questions, and I'll try to answer the best I can. So I had this lawnmower now since 21. So this will be fourth summer starting now, and so there is some experience already. And yeah, has there been any problems during these years? Not really. There was some software related issues at some point. It was acting a little weird, but yeah, those were fixed with the software update. And it's, I would say, pretty much maintenance free in otherwise. There is the plates underneath. It depends on your size of your lawn basically. uh, it can be changed like once per summer, I would say, and I have done it like that, and it's easy to do. It basically takes 5 minutes when you have removed the old ones and added new ones. And after basically I have done that since when the mowing season ends, I'll store it in the dry, frost-free conditions. Like I have a warm warehouse where I'll just store it over the winter, and I also take the charging station as well. And during the winter or before the new mowing season starts, I'll do the cleaning for it, basically taking off the uh, covers and give it a good clean, and at that point usually change the blades as well, and yeah, then it's good to go. And every time like this, when this mowing season started, there was firmware updates coming, so I install all the updates if there is any, and during the season as well, if there is some software updates, I'll run those as well. And yeah, like I mentioned and earlier, there was some issues, and those software updates fixed the problems. And here also can see that there is the guide wire is invisible, but there it goes underneath, and there is a small overlap how much it goes over the guide wires, but like there as well, it goes pretty much here. And yeah, as a reminder, there are new people. If you have any questions about robotic lawnmowers, uh, write them down and I'll try to answer if I know. And this model, what there is now showing, is Husqvarna 415X. But usually the robotic lawnmowers, they many things apply, even with different manufacturers. The basic idea is still same. Many. There are new models that are even without any guide wires, but yeah, obviously they are the most expensive models and will require an additional GPS unit to be installed uh, in your house, the roof, at least in some Husqvarna models. That's what I know. I don't have that kind. This is still this 2021 model, and yeah, most are still in the same technology. Yeah, there is also mobile data connection, so there's a SIM card installed, and there's no monthly payment, so it's included in the purchasing price. Basically, Husqvarna is taking care of that, and it's for data connection. So when you are checking your app, what's going on with your mower, or is it what is the status? You don't need to be there like with the Bluetooth connection. You can just see it wherever you are, thanks to the data connection. And yeah, there's this red button, which is a stop button. So if something happens, I can press it, and it will stop immediately. And basically, it opens that hatch where you need to type theft protection. So if someone is just trying to grab your mobile, yeah, there is a code that you will need to enter without before you could use it. But also there is a alarm and buttons you can set in the app that if your mower is outside that area, basically your home and some hundreds of meters in that app, and yeah, that is the giving you notification where it is, and of course without the pin code no one could use it. And yeah, actually there is little visibility about the guide wires here, as there is this rock with some flower beds, and the guide wire comes, and you can see it here. So there's two wires going. So one is going around this bed and this rock, and coming back. They are closely there, and it continues that way. So when the wires are like this, the mower doesn't care. It goes over but of course it won't hit the rock when it's when the wire goes here around it. And that's the same idea how the column lights has been done. So basically the wire goes it around and comes closely there and continues. So that way you can make kind of like islands where the mower can go. I would say that it depends on the installation and what kind of lawn you have. So you might need to have a like a trimmer to complement some areas with some trimmer. And but it depends. Like I don't have normal regular lawn mower anymore at all, and I don't even have a trimmer. So this little device is taking care of everything. But yeah, that depends on what kind of lawn you have and how it will be installed. And a reminder, if there are new people, there is now a good opportunity to write down questions if there's anything you want to ask about robotic lawnmower. Uh, Usually, it doesn't matter what the manufacturer is. Most of them are basically working the same way. But of course, if you have questions about Husqvarna automotive, yeah, I can, I might be able to answer to even specific questions. I've had this Husqvarna 415X now since 2021, so this is fourth summer now. And yeah, about the reliability, there have been any hardware. There has been there was some behavior in the early days and months, but it got fixed with the software update, and yeah, so it's been working well after that. It's almost maintenance free. You will need is maybe once a year in starting of a mowing season, just replacing new blades and do the cleaning. It will collect lots of dust and small particles from the grass that you will need to clean away when you will open all the plastics away. And yeah, there's surprisingly lots when you open it up. But other than that, it's pretty much maintenance free, and it's really, since it's doing its work every day, and the lawn is always in good condition. There are no more times that sometimes you were so busy doing anything, like if you had a regular lawn mower that you manually had to push, or you had a ride-on mower, but you were just so busy, and it all of a sudden it went 3 4 weeks and the grass looks terrible, and you will be then running that one, and there's lots of grass clippings left, and you might need to clean those separately, and it's just not look it just doesn't look good. When having this kind of robotic mower, what I have noticed that it just looks so good, always your lawn, and and the even the lawn size is it's not huge in my house, but it still took quite a lot of time. And if you wanted to have it always in good condition, yeah, it will take like uh, 5 days, and yeah, it's that, and yeah, now you don't need to do it, and it's always you are free to go anywhere, even travel if you have a really reliable installation. You don't have any issues. You can let it done, do it. It's mowing whenever, and yeah, the grass is like always in good condition. It's like a golf field basically, and yeah, something there is nice feature. You can always there's electrical blade height adjustment, so just from the app the blade height can be adjusted if you want to have a longer grass or really small. And actually this is now having the highest set it in the app, and it's I don't know how well it's can be seen, but it's still, I would say it's good. It's not too short. Sometimes if you are really cutting it really short, and you have a sun really burning it, it just might be bad for your lawn. So I like to keep it in a maximum setting actually, and it looks good. And yeah, if there are new people, I saw it in the beginning of the video. So basically here we can see the charging station, and I have it there underneath this area. Oops, I'm going to be run over soon. But yeah, there's absolutely no reason why it couldn't be there right next to the wall, and there are many installations have done like that. But for me, there is good location for it, and you can see green light. That's indicating that the loop wire in the ground is intact. No breakings anywhere. And yeah, that's actually the most exciting moment when you are putting your charging station on the ground after winter, that okay, is the cables still in good condition in the ground, and when you see there's a green light, then it's phew, okay, good. And then you can just bring your mower and put it on, and yeah, it can immediately start doing its work. uh, before before storing it for winter, you will need to, it's recommended to let it charge the battery full and then stop it and store it in the dry frost-free conditions. I have a warm warehouse for all my things, and yes, I'll store my mower there and also the charging station as well. I just unplug the cables, and yeah, you can see there is like the cable actually goes here, so there's a small overlap. You can define that in the app, so it goes little over. If it would stop cutting too soon, there will be some clippings there. Some grass would be uncut, and you might need to have some trimmer for it, and that's actually I needed to do some modification with the installation later, because it was basically a little too far. And even though you can set the overlap how much it comes from the app, but it wasn't good in all places. So yeah, there was basically a second installation needed. There were so many areas that kind, but I had a different installer. Didn't got this area specifically, and he could see that okay, yeah, there is the grass is still like So it might need some fine tuning if you are having installation for it. And here we'll see it again how it goes. There will be a little overlap before it stops. And yeah, if there are new people, there is now a good opportunity to ask any questions. If there is anything related to Husqvarna Automower or any robotic lawnmower, these operate pretty much in the same way. So many of the things apply to other manufacturers as well. Okay, let's see how it goes. Sometimes it goes like in this area is where I have had to rescue it sometime, especially if it was like a wet area and it was just slipping to try to get itself back. But yeah, now it's really like dry area and yeah, the mowing time for this model is and the battery in its current condition, it is about 45 minutes, and then it will need to go back to charging station, and it will charge maybe the same time. It's about 50-50 with this model, what it's do the actual mowing and what it stays in the charging station. And yeah, this is still having the original battery, so I got this from in 2021. So this is fourth summer now starting with this machine. It has been, I would say, trouble free, no hardware issues. There was some weird behavior in the beginning, and it got fixed with the software issues, software patches. And there we can see there is the column lights. There's a cable coming, going around and going back closely. So there's an area. It, there's a small overlap in the cable, but it's been measured that way that it won't hit the lamppost. And same way with all these lampposts in the yard. And yeah, another thing about this is the silent. Pretty much it doesn't make any noise. Of course, when you're getting really close to it, you can hear the small swirling sound coming underneath where those three small blades are in this one regular lawnmower. Yeah, it's basically it's silent. It doesn't make any noise, and uh, obviously it's nice because also there are neighbors starting to have similar similar models, and you really rarely hear the engine noise from the lawnmowers anymore, which is nice, of course. It's what it was like back 10 years ago, all the time, somewhere, something. And yeah, there is this red button for emergencies. You can just press it and it will stop immediately. Yes, and if there are new people, I remind there is a good opportunity to ask questions, anything regarding to robotic lawnmowers. This one here is Husqvarna 415X, but many of these things apply to other models and even other manufacturers as well. They are they work pretty similar way. But yeah, now we can see it's I guess it's soon yeah goes back to charging station. So there it goes. Boom, there it is. And yeah, this at this point 46. Oh, it's not correctly there. Okay, now it's there. So yeah, this is about 46 minutes when it was started to head back, and yeah, that's the battery life for this model at the moment, and it's a fourth summer now for this, so I would say it's good. It doesn't need replacing. I don't know when it needs. I've been just monitoring, and yeah, so far looks good. Maybe after 1-2 years, if it starts to be that okay, it will be maybe 20 minutes or maximum 30 minutes, and then it will need to go back to charging. Yeah, it's probably a good time to uh, go to go to your dealer and have it replace the battery, and yeah, then it's like new again. And yeah, now it will stay there uh, about maybe the same. uh, I would say 40 minutes, 50 minutes it's charging, and then it will continue. And I have set it to stop the mowing in the evening at 9 and again start mowing at in the morning time at 10. Then the grass, if there's any moisture in the grass after the night, it will be completely dry at that point. But you can set it like many are having at 9 or even 8. But it's good practice not to leave it over the night, as then there could be pets. I mean not pets, but animals like wild animals, hedgehogs, something like that. And well, rabbits, they are so quick, they are not bothered, they will just escape. But like hedgehog could be one that they will just usually freeze on the ground, and even though there is a really small gap, and the front bumper is it's sensitive, but it will need a little push before it stops. And so in theory, if there's a really small something, it could have issues, but uh, I would say quite small possibility what I have noticed, and how when I look at it, that yeah, what will go there. But yeah, and especially in my yard, it doesn't need to run 24/7, not at all. This schedule from morning 10 to evening 9 is more than fine, and it's like really nicely like after 2 days, and yeah, it's really even everywhere, and it stays like that through the summer, no problem. But yeah, um, that's it for this time, and yeah, you can also later put down the comments. This will be shown in the channel, and if there's anything that you want to ask. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and remember to check the channel. There's lots of other tech related and more info also about this specific model. There's a video about it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.